Hi! Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to QCAFE, your favorite online tambayan here at Muzencore. Kamusta kayong lahat? It's already November 16, o 'di ba? Kalahati na, gitna na agad ng November at konti na lang Pasko na ulit. Tayo po ba ay nagbibilang na? Nagka-countdown na ba tayo for Christmas? Ayan. Excited kami here at Muzencore because tonight we have, of course, another special person here with us. She will be talking to us a lot about something that I think is very in right now. Feeling ko maraming interesado sa topic ng ating speaker for this evening. So, wag na nating patagalin pa. Sino nga ba ang kasama natin ngayon sa Muzencore's Q Cafe? She is a former flight attendant and a professional photographer turned multi-passionate entrepreneur. She is the founder of Visionary Media, a narrative podcast production company helping coaches, thought leaders, and experts captivate and retain listeners through the power of stories. She is also a host and co-produces a frequent chart-topping podcast called the Visionary Podcast. Out of all her passions, she enjoys being a wife to Ronald and a mother to her miracle baby Caleb. So, sino nga ba to? Let's welcome on our virtual stage, Miss Princess Jasmine Jewer NERI. Hi, PJ! Kamusta ka?
Hi, Kate. It's such a wonderful, experience. Ngayon pa lang, ang ganda na introduction mo. So thank you so much for inviting me here sa Q Cafe. Thank you so much.
Excited as well to have you here with us, PJ. When I saw your profile for this episode, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really something that I really feel na people are really interested in right now. Kasi marami sa atin bumabalik na ulit sa sistema natin na palabas-labas tayo, most of us driving, and podcast talaga. These are number one things, next to music of course, that I play in my car. Kaya talagang ang saya talaga na there are really people who are experts in this field. And like you, they share their expertise with others. Ayan. So for today, we have a bit of questions here na we wanted to ask you. So simulan natin siya sa pinakamadali.
Sige.
What is the square root of 3? Charot.
Anything related to math, pass po tayo dyan.
Square root. Oh my gosh. Ayan. So, eto, ano nga ba ang iyong humble beginnings? We want to learn more about you, PJ. What is your background as a podcaster? Paano mo ba siya sinimulan? Paano ba yung naging process mo? And, how did you really parang decide to, oh my gosh, this is gonna be my field. Eto na to.
Well, and when it comes to the audio world, I'm not really new, but when it comes to the podcasting world, I just started last year. I was a DJ years ago when I was in college. So I was an FM DJ for a radio station in Baguio City called 96.7 K-Light. So I was doing news reads, playing requests for listeners and things like that. I was also writing ads for them and doing
Mm.
ad reads for them. And then podcasting, I stumbled upon it. Well, not really stumbled upon it, but a friend of mine, her name is Kai Villanueva. Both of us are freelancers.
Mhm.
And, sabi niya, PJ, ang ganda ng boses mo. Can you do a voiceover for my podcast? And since I was also doing voiceovers like years ago, sige. So I created one for her. And then she said, why don't you start a podcast? I'm like, what's a podcast? I see it on my laptop sa Mac, di ba merong icon? But I don't know exactly what it was.
Mhm.
And so, yun, parang nag-research. Okay. It's like an online radio. Exactly that, online radio. And I didn't, hindi pa rin ako nag-podcast noon until one day, TikTok, there was this voiceover challenge. So I did some voiceovers, reading scripts. And then I posted it online and people found it fun, very interesting. And one of my friends back in the day, like years ago in Dubai, his name is Brian Brusas. He was my financial advisor. And I didn't know that he was into audio. So he saw that and then he added me on Facebook. He messaged me. And then voila. He's into audio, he's into podcasting, and he asked me to do a podcast. And so I created a podcast with him called The Jump Seat, which is about the life and adventures of flight attendants. We wanted to break the stereotypes. So that was the first, my first experience for me in the world of podcasting and, to be exact, narrative podcasting. So yeah, that's the story.
Grabe, yun pala ang simula. Kaya pala ang lamig pakinggan ng boses mo.
Oh,
Hindi
thank you so
pala
much.
bago talaga sa mikropono. O, 'di ba? So guys, ayan, alam niyo na kung paano siya nagsimula. Sometimes talaga, no, yung mga bagay na hindi natin pinaplano, bigla na lang dumarating sa atin. Yun pala yung
But
mga bagay na mamahalin
you know,
na.
thank you, Kate, for your compliment, no? But pagdating dun sa voice,
Mhm.
yun ang by accident talaga. Because when I mean, yung nag-DJ kasi ako,
Mhm.
meron kaming assignment sa broadcasting. Sabi ng teacher namin, ng professor namin dati, you go to a radio station and mag-interview ka ng DJs. So, when I went to 96.7 K-Light, we interviewed their most popular DJ. His name was David Kiss. And when I was interviewing him, sabi niya sa akin, teka lang, may timbre boses mo ah. Mag-read ka nga, mag-audition ka nga. Parang ako, ha? Wala sa plano yun eh.
Yeah,
So, pinagbasa niya ako ng newspaper and then sabi niya, mag-DJ ka, mag-audition ka na, mag-apply ka na. Ha? Meron akong boses? Di ko alam eh. So, I auditioned and then they hired me on the spot. So,
yeah.
hindi ko alam yung sa voice na yan. So, if he is watching David Kiss, I haven't seen him for more than 2 decades na. He's the reason why I know na, okay, may boses pala ako.
Discovered it.
Siya talaga.
Grabe kasi talaga, sometimes, no? Kasi, di ba, speaking voice natin siya. Pero if
Mhm.
mga people who are intentional speakers talaga, talagang hino-hone yung skill. Kasi I really believe that speaking is a skill. Na it
It
can be
is.
honed talaga. It's not just really like, hindi siya kagaya ng iba na born ka agad with, grabe, amazing voice. Tapos,
Yes.
meron naman maganda ang speaking voice pero hindi marunong kumanta. Oo.
Mhm, oo,
So, yun.
totoo din 'yun. Same tayo, same tayo.
Anyway, so ang sunod na tanong natin dito is, gusto naming malaman, PJ, sino ba ang hero mo? I mean, who inspired you or influenced you to become an entrepreneur and a freelancer? Kasi 'di ba sabi mo nga, from jumping to different kinds of profession, 'di ba? And now
Mhm.
you're paano ba siya for you? How did it work out for you? Was there a specific person who like when you met that person or saw that person na paano ka, oh my gosh, this can be me.
Oh, you know what? It's very, well, I don't say it's different, but kanya-kanya naman tayong stories, no? But uh, to me kasi my son is who inspires me every day. So, yes, I was a DJ and then after that I became a call center agent. Yun naman ang ating entry na level, di ba, after college. After nun, I became a
Yes.
flight attendant na for almost 11 years. But after
Mm.
flying, it was time for me to really, start another chapter of my life because I've always dreamed to be a mom. And it was a challenge for me because I was diagnosed with endometriosis. And because of that, it affected my fertility. So I saw 11 doctors, and all of them told me it was not possible for me to have a child. So they told me if you do IVF, you only have a chance of 5 to 15%. And if you do it naturally, if you conceive naturally, then your chances are only 3 to 5%. So it was a very low moment in my life because it was my ultimate dream to be a mom. So after almost 11 years of flying, I resigned from my job after traveling the world. And, parang nag-risk talaga ako na, no, I cannot wait. I have to start. Even if 11 doctors told me I cannot have a child, I know I will have a child. And Caleb na talaga yung name niya kahit wala pa. Ever since. Every time I tell this story, it gives, hope to many mothers who are also encountering issues with their fertility because it is a miracle. Caleb, not it. Well, my son is a miracle baby.
Ah,
So after resigning from work, from my job, it was very difficult. I couldn't find work because mapili ako. I want work na hindi ako pupunta sa office. It scares me. Being a flight attendant, you're always flying somewhere. So being confined in an office na pupuntahan ko pa was scary. Although it's ironic, freelancing, you're always at home. Parang ganun din, di ba?
yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to spend as much time as I can for my family and to really regenerate kasi I've been flying so much. So 2017, God blessed me with a child, no IVF, nothing. Like talagang biglang poof, I'm pregnant. And so, dalawa yan eh. Si God talaga yung North Star ko and who yung nag-inspire sa akin to do what I do every day is my son because, I do this so I can be with him every day. I want to see him grow up. I don't want to miss time not being with him. And God is the one who really pushes me, to be a better mother, a better entrepreneur, a better wife. So silang dalawa actually. So yun yung naging transition ko. Bakit ako nag-freelancing? Ba't ako nag-podcasting? Why I want to do work dito sa bahay. Sila yung dalawang, kung pwedeng dalawang hero, sila talagang dalawa yun. So they're the ones who really push me to do better every single day.
Yeah. Grabe ang emotion, ay grabe yung kwento mo. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is really something na no, lalo na yung mga nadi-dishearten na, mga ilang taon na, feeling nila wala na talaga. Hanggat meron pa. Capital
Yes,
percentage niyan kahit gaano kababa yan. Kasi, di ba nga, miracles happen talaga. Ayan,
indeed,
so
yeah.
you mentioned earlier kanina that you're an entrepreneur. So, I wanna know lang, no, PJ, as an entrepreneur, ano ba yung parang best thing? Kasi sabi nila, no, ayaw nila ng 9 to 5 na trabaho
Mm-hmm.
sa opisina, sa corporate. And yet, naging entrepreneur sila. So, 24 hours sila nagtatrabaho.
Totoo.
Ano ba? What's the best thing of being an entrepreneur for you?
You know what? Whenever I remembered lang, whenever I see interviews about, successful entrepreneurs and they will always say, oh, iyak pawis, iyak dugo, 'di ba? Ganun sila. Parang ako dati, di ko magets, ba't sila umiiyak? They're earning a lot of money. They have a business. Bakit ganun? But ever since I became an entrepreneur, na-experience ko yung iyak lahat, as in yung pagod. Totoo nga pala, di ba, na parang when you're building a business, it's very, very difficult. But what's very rewarding about it is, not just yung what you earn, it's building relationships with your clients, with the people that you serve. It goes beyond the monetary. Also, the benefits that you reap when you build a business, yung mga values that you form and you
Yeah.
develop, 'di ba? Kasi ano it develops resilience. You have to kailangan lagi ka nagsa-strategize, you have to think on your feet. Also customer service, 'di ba? Kailangan you deliver what you promise. Ang dami kasing values that you develop as an entrepreneur. So so it so hindi lang siya yung parang kikita ka ng pera tapos yung kumbaga yung effect nun. No eh, ang dami talaga. It also um it hones your patience, 'di ba? Yung tolerance mo, 'di ba? Pag may mga kliyenteng hindi happy, mga ganyan, or pag pinopromote mo din yung business mo online because you have to be present, 'di ba? Yung mga bashers, ganyan, yung mga trolls, yung mga chismis, mga ganyan, 'di ba? You have to have thick skin. So, yun yung mga yun yung mga talagang nababago sa pag entrepreneur ka. And lahat yun, everything, good and bad, it really develops you more as a person, as a leader. So yun.
Oo. Grabe. Kapag entrepreneur ka kasi, no, you wear many hats. So,
Yes.
nandun yung talaga, ang dami mong pwedeng matutunan. And at the same time, you learn from others as well talaga. You
Mm-hmm.
go out to others, you learn from them as well. O, diba? So, kanina, no, we're talking about our heroes. And your hero is your son. So, I wanna ask, ano ba yung definition mo pag sinabing hero? I mean, paano ba siya sa'yo? Kasi di ba parang, oh my gosh, siya yung hero ko. Parang, minsan may papaisip, ano nga ba? May batayan ba yon? May standards ba for a person to become somebody else's hero? Paano ba yon for you?
Mm-hmm. So, alam mo, I'll move back a bit ha. Parang kasing pag when you think about the word hero, parang, I think about many persons in my life eh. So, yung son ko yung parang inspiration ko. Si God yung hero ko sa lahat ng bagay. Pero naiisip ko rin yung mami ko eh. Sorry parang ang dami kong hero. Pero sila kasi lahat yung parang nagpo-push sa akin to be better. Mami ko is she's deaf and mute, and she was able to raise us all her kids by her own on her own. So she's also my hero. I mean, I wanted to say that isa lang no, ang hirap talaga mag-pick ng one, pero syempre si God yung ultimate North Star ko, si Caleb, and yung parang gusto ko rin i-acknowledge yung mami ko kasi not all parents, I mean, especially may kapansanan, hindi madaling mag-raise ng mga anak, 'di ba? And she was able to do that. So I just want to acknowledge her. But anyway, going back to your question, ano ba yung definition ng hero? So for me, I think the world is full of heroes, but a modern day hero, it doesn't really require us to have superpowers. That doesn't require us to have a cape, a sword, or like influence na parang we have to be celebrities or politicians. A modern hero, modern heroes can be just like you or me. Ordinary people like you or me or anybody who has the skills, the talent, the voice, the presence, the will, the stories to help transform the lives of others. So whether you are a child, you are an elderly person, whatever race you have, just as long as you have this amazing and huge love to serve other people, and you're willing to take the risk to help them, to make them first in everything, then that's my definition of a hero.
Wow! O, diba? So, you don't have to be super special to become a hero.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
Hindi mo kailangan maging masyadong henyo or whatever. Hindi mo kailangan maging physically. Di ba usually heroes when they are depicted in the media, parang they're always strong, they're always influential. Hindi. No, modern day heroes, it can be anybody.
Yeah, totoo yun. And that's really something na people should really think of na wag nila masyadong ipedestal na
Mm-hmm.
dapat ganyan ka, 'di ba? Even day-to-day activities can make you become a hero for someone else. Ayan,
Exactly.
'di ba? So, you were talking about modern day heroes. I wanna understand, paano ba siya? I mean, I want to try to see a picture of how you paint it na parang how does a person in the modern day become a hero? Especially ngayon na pandemic, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
challenges natin na kinailangan overcome. Merong mga internal, external. So, paano ba siya on situations like this? How can one become a hero during the pandemic? Ay, hindi na pala,
Mhm.
no. Season,
Medyo pandemic pa eh, medyo pa eh.
season 9 na tayo ngayon.
Yeah.
Parang season 9 na tayo.
You know what? Especially in the digital world now, 'di ba? Ang dami nating mga Zoom meetings like this one, social media, 'di ba? Sobrang nag-boom talaga ang social media, especially during the pandemic. Now, how can we define one as a modern hero, especially these times? Sometimes
Mhm.
you don't have to be physically there to do something for someone. So that's my definition, 'di ba? Kasi parang again, how we depict heroes um in the media is you're physically strong, you're influential, you have to be there. A simple words of encouragement, like sending letters or even messages to people you're not even close to, but you want to alleviate their depression if they're going through something. You never know that simple hello can save someone's life, and it has. I have people telling me stories like that one many times where they were just sending a message and then somebody has parang nagkaroon ng turn of events na parang oh actually somebody cares about me, or there was also one time because with my religion, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, so we were doing um parang tumatawag kami sa mga tao just to kumustahin sila, and especially in pandemic ang daming depressed, and there was one time I called someone
Mhm.
random lang, parang gusto ko lang may makausap ng time na yun.
Mhm.
Tapos hindi niya sinagot. So, nag-message na lang ako. And then, you know what she told me? Sobrang timely daw nun because she was really going through bad depression na yung simple message na yun from a stranger made her feel much better. So parang yun nga we cannot underestimate yung mga pangungumusta even to our colleagues, to the people who are part of our community. Even if you're not physically there, messages we can send them right now. Wala, a split second, wala ngang seconds, 'di ba nare-receive nila? It
Yeah.
can save someone's life. It can change their perspective. Even if you post something motivational, 'di ba
Yes.
pag nababasa mo, oh, parang it's written for me, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So,
May ganong effect.
yeah, 'di ba? So you don't know without knowing you're already saving someone's life by making them what do you call this, contemplate whatever it is that they're going through, 'di ba? So we, like I said, anyone can be a hero, and in this digital world it will be easier. So kindness can spread like wildfire, especially in the digital world. Nothing is impossible.
Yes, this is really true because we really don't know who we are touching eh. 'Di ba? Sometimes we just post something for ourselves and then apparently that same post a lot of people can resonate with pala. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
So, yun talaga. I really believe na tama yung sinasabi mo, no, Jay? Dapat, at TJ, parang dapat talaga, ano tayo, when we come from a space, from a place of kindness talaga, ano talaga, it will trickle down to people. Basta yung
Mhm.
authenticity mo nandun. And I really feel
Yeah.
that this is really something na napapractice ng mga tao ngayon. And mas
Mhm.
thankful ako kasi kahit paano, aware na yung mga tao ngayon na think before we click. Yung mga alam mo yun, dati
Mm.
sobrang bilib tayo sa lahat ng mga scam na nandyan sa everywhere. Diba?
Ay, mag-ingat din tayo sa mga gano'n, 'di ba? Ang dami kasi I mean may ano siya it's a double-edged sword din eh.
Yes.
Parang because we're very much, present online. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities and, opportunities to be kind. But at the same time, other people can also take advantage of that kaya may scammers tayo. But again, like, going back din sa modern day, no, parang, di ba may nag-GoFundMe, mga ganyan, di ba? Helping other people na mga nagsara ang mga negosyo or helping other people market their business digitally, di ba? Ang daming ways. to
Sometimes
help
even
other
without
people.
money nga eh. The mere fact na
Yeah.
kumari a person shares your content, it would already,
Yes,
alam mo, it will really help you get out there eh. Kaya yung mga
true.
friends ko din, I always tell them, you don't really have to buy the products that I sell. Yung like,
Mm-hmm.
the algorithm, it's really that. And
Yeah.
nakakatawa na majority na ngayon ng mga internet users is, ano na tayo, smart people na tayo. I mean, informed na we know
Mm-hmm.
how to really navigate na towards how the internet works and everything. And it's really amazing kasi parang ecosystem na siya all itself.
Yes, true.
So we're talking about this. We want to know naman, what are your tips when it comes to, coping, pivoting, scaling up your career and businesses? Kasi yun yung, I think, parang the pandemic, the 2020 became the year for people to pivot into different types of things. Nandyan yung mga
Mm-hmm.
corporate slaves naging bakers. Yung diba?
Mm-mm.
Ang dami na talagang, oh my gosh, out of their comfort zone talaga. Ang dami
Mm-hmm.
na people na na-discover nila na yung mga hobbies nila, pwede palang income generating nila. Sa'yo, sa experience mo, what are the tips that you think you can give to our viewers right now, to our listeners, who, medyo, yung pace nila, ito pa lang. So, paano? How can they pivot? What are the things that they need to think of ba?
First of all, you have to have an open mind because if, let's say if you are used to, example, no, meron kang brick and mortar na business, meron kang ganong business, tas sanay ka lang na ganon. Kailangan i-explore mo din yung mga other ways kasi wala tayong kailangan gawin kundi mag-adjust and mag-adapt, 'di ba? That's just the way how we can cope sa business eh. Merong mga ilang-ilan na, 'di ba, the traditional way still works. But for the most part, we really have to adapt because we have to follow where the market is going.
Mhm.
'Di ba, parang if you really want to dive into business na digital business, you really have to study your market really well. So never start something dahil, wala lang, feel ko lang. I mean, maganda din gano'n, pero dapat mas malalim eh. Kasi doon din magbe-base yung longevity ng business mo eh. Hindi kasi madali rin magtayo ng business, di ba? So, the first thing that you have to do is you really choose your market. So, for example, pandemic, di ba? Anong mga nag-boom sa pandemic?
Food.
E-com, food. Yung mga bagay na yan, kailangan ng mga tao. Hindi talaga yan mawawala. So, ang daming mga nagkaroon ng food delivery business, di ba? Yung mga restaurants before na meron silang lugar, biglang nag-delivery na lang sila for convenience din, tsaka sa safety, di ba? What else? Online shopping, nag-boom din. I have a friend na meron silang pwesto dati, they have a shoe business.
Mhm.
Nung kinumusta ko siya, yung pandemic, nag-quadruple yung sales nila when they did it online. So dati parang dito lang sa Manila, ngayon nakakarating na sila sa Mindanao, ganyan. So we really have to, parang look at the trends, study your market. 'Di ba? You make a lot of money when you solve problems.
Totoo.
So when you want to start, like if wala kang ka-idea, choose a market that you want to serve and really, really be curious.
Mhm.
Because, sabi nga nila eh, hindi fina-follow talaga yung passion eh. You follow your curiosity. I had a guest sa podcast ko, Philip Van Dusen. He's a branding expert.
Mhm.
And that's like one aha moment I got from him. You follow your curiosity. Because if example, like yung sabi mo kanina sa office sila, naging baker. Di
Mhm.
mo alam, parang baka matagal mo na talagang curious ka doon. So, pag curious ka, mas na-enjoy mo, mas magre-research ka, aalamin mo yung paano gumawa ng the best bread, anong magugusto ng market mo. Pag na-enjoy mo na siya, marami ka nang nalalaman, doon nagde-develop yung passion mo. So, again, unahin mo muna na curious ka and sino yung gusto mong tulungan.
Grabe, that's an amazing tip, 'di ba? Guys, ano 'yon? Quotable quote 'yon. Na-type niyo ba? Follow your curiosity. O, 'di ba?
By Philip Van Dusen, I learned that from him.
Ayan. So, our next question naman here is, what aspect of an entrepreneur's life should one prioritize to cope up with the challenging times? Kasi 'di ba parang sabi nga natin kanina, no, as an entrepreneur, we wear different types of hats. Siyempre,
Mhm.
pamilyado ka, and then, alam mo yon, ang
Yeah.
daming facets in the life of an entrepreneur. So, paano ba yung prioritization? Paano ba kapag sobrang challenging na ng mga nangyayari? How do we really, fix up our schedules and prioritize? What do we need to look into when
Mhm.
situations like this are happening?
Uh-huh. Actually, as we speak, it's still a, I'm still a work in progress, but of course, this is a very important question, especially those who want to start a business. And if I had to do it all over again, then this is what I'm gonna say. Because, to avoid burnout, to make sure you have time for yourself, for your family, you have to document your process. You have to build your systems early on. Like ngayon pa lang. For example, you want to start a social media business, right? And
Mhm.
nangangapa ka pa. Whatever you do, i-document mo na yung systems mo. Okay, kunwari, ganito pala paggawa ng Canva templates. There are many tools online, like mag-screen record ka, kausapin mo yung sarili mo. Imagine mo may kinakausap ka na assistant mo na, okay, ganito siya. Pag nag-gets mo na yung ginagawa mong process, i-document mo yun. Oh, okay, ganito paggawa ng graphics. Okay, ganito ang pagsusulat ng captions. Document it because when you look back, makikita mo na, okay, meron pa akong pwedeng i-improve or whatever. And when you start getting clients, syempre, may times na parang, baka mamaya, parang magiging busy ka talaga eh. Magiging, mababurnout ka. So what do? You have to have help, diba? And para mas maging smooth ba yung progress, you have to delegate. So when you delegate, papanoorin mo na sa kanila yung video na yun. So
Mm-mm.
parang you have one thing off your plate. One thing I've learned from, I have a coach. Her name is Dina Samuel. She's very good with these things. Ito rin yung natutunan ko sa kanya na you have to build early on. You have to document. And every time na may ginagawa ka and you document your process, you do your SOPs, then that's one thing off your plate. And when you delegate na, mas madali, pasa mo na lang, maiintindihan niya na, konting guidance na lang, wala na yun, hindi mo na kailangan siyang gawin actively on your own. So that's when you can scale din as a business. Kasi when you do everything on your own, I know yung mga perfectionists dyan, like me, yung mga ma-overthink, nako, ganyan na ganyan din ako. Kala natin yung process lang natin is para sa atin lang na ako lang makakagawa nito. We really have to be patient. We really have to delegate it if we want to scale our business. So yan. So document your process and gawa na kayo ng SOPs ng systems nyo kahit sa umpisa pa lang because it will save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. So yan.
So, Ma, kung nakikinig ka ngayon, pasuyo, please. Char. Sometimes kasi, no, let's say, I wanna share lang, no, my mother, so we have a family business. She
Mhm.
built the system around her. Kasi, very perfectionist. Alam mo na yung very nanay na
Mm.
parang sobrang hands-on, sobrang micromanager. So, there comes a time na parang, oh my gosh, we can't function kasi she has to approve everything. Yung mga ganun-ganun. So,
Yeah.
no, tama yung process na sinasabi right now ni PJ sa atin. Kasi sometimes, no, when we overthink the things that are happening, especially in line of business, it will complicate later on.
Mhm.
Ang isa
True.
sa mga sakit na I believe, sakit talaga ang tingin ko sa kanya ng mga beginners, is most of the time kasi, we just wing it.
Mhm.
We wing it kasi kaya naman. We wing it kasi magaling naman tayo. We wing it kasi alam natin na may fallback tayo, yung mga ganong bagay.
Mm, mm.
Ngayon, nare-realize ko rin with your sharing, no, PJ? Oo nga, no, kung nung umpisa pa lang, sinulat ko na to, nung umpisa pa lang, dinocument ko na siya, it would have been easier when I have someone helping me na. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng forever ka na ito yung level ng business mo.
Yeah.
Na ever tatlo lang ang kliyente mo kasi tatlo lang ang kaya mo. And what if
Mhm.
more people want to work with you? Diba? More
Exactly.
people want
Yeah.
to parang get consultations. Di mo alam na, ay, in this part of my business pala, pwede pala yung ganito. Pwede pala ako
Mhm.
tumanggap ng ganitong side. So, ikaw yung nagko-close off ng opportunities. So it's really best when you really try to understand what you're really getting yourself into when you say na you're putting up a business.
That's true. Very well said, Kate. Totoo lahat yung sinabi mo. And additionally lang, if I may, um, hindi lang kasi yung parang kunwari tatlo, no? Tapos hindi ka nagawa ng system. Imagine kasi clients go to you because they need your help. So if you cannot, kumbaga, accommodate them, it's a disservice to them eh. They badly need your help and they chose you to help them. So hindi lang kasi pera-perang labanan dito eh. Your help can change their lives, you know. I have a client din na going through a divorce.
Mhm.
And kailangan, alam mo yun, yung business niya, as in talagang, kumbaga, yun na yung magiging asawa niya eh. So, 'di ba parang matutulungan mo siya immensely. So, if we put it in that perspective na if I have kumbaga more time, then people around me I can serve better, like
Yeah, exactly.
masaserve ko better ang ibang clients who need my help. And if I have my plates not so full, then I can be a better wife, a better mother. Kailangan talaga yung systems ayusin natin eh. Yung sa akin ngayon, it's a work in progress kasi hindi naman siya perfect eh. Parang every entrepreneur, no matter how successful you are, you'll be always tweaking along the way. Like, what can be better? What can I say no to? What can I improve? Lahat yan ginagawa natin. So, hindi parang your system nung nagsisimula ka might not work kapag 10 na kliyente mo. So, or yung sistema mo pag 10 na kliyente mo, it might not work kapag 20 na yung kliyente mo. 'Di ba? So, lagi mo siyang i-improve. Kaya, kailangan, like I said kanina, 'di ba, open-minded tayo, parang open tayo for feedback. Then, if we're working with, kung mayroon tayong mga assistant or whatever, um, kahit na nauna tayo sa business natin, we have to be open to feedback. Actually, the
Yes.
best advice that I can give, if you hire someone who is better and smarter than you. Because you will learn a lot from them and they can really contribute a lot to your business. So just have an open mind because everything, as business owners, as, somebody who is also leading, kung sino man yung part ng team natin, everyone is learning. So dapat lahat tayo open to mga ganyang mga learnings.
Constantly learning talaga. Pero no, talking about boundaries and talking about portioning your life and all that, it's really important then that we give grace to ourselves. Kasi
Of
we can't
course.
always be 100%. Oh my gosh, today I'm 100% me. It's very Monday for me right now. Ang energy ko,
Mm.
ang taas-taas, ganyan. Pero at the end of the day, pag o kaya mga midweek na, oh my gosh, parang kailan ba magpa-Friday? Yung low-bat ka na.
Oo.
It happens. Hindi pwedeng forever kang 100% at all the time. Kasi
True.
marami, yon, there are a lot of factors na, kunwari, nagkasakit ka, o kaya nandyan yung emotional factors din, external factors that would affect how you perform din. So at the end of
Yes.
what I'm trying to say here is, give grace to yourself din na, it's okay to admit kapag mali ka, it's okay to admit na medyo nagkakamali ka ngayon, mga ganun.
Mhm.
And we just really learn from it, no? As we breeze through everything. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng, there's really no such thing as parang a manual for life. Okay?
Exactly,
Wala. Wala
exactly.
talaga. So,
Yeah, that's very true. You know what? If I may share yung sinabi lang ng isang very best-selling author, si Jim Quick.
mm,
And I read his post recently and it said, um, if you gave, if you only had 40% and you gave 40%, that's 100%. So let's say today, di ka
ah,
motivated, you can only give 40% sa work mo, yun lang yung meron mong energy, that's already considered 100%. Kasi yun na yung, you're all eh, di ba?
ah,
So we cannot be so hard on ourselves. And if other people seem to be more productive, they seem to have better systems, sometimes nakaka-pressure, di ba?
totoo,
But,
especially now.
yeah, but think about it. We can learn from them. We can pick things that they can do, but at the end of the day, we all have different circumstances, and we have to to create something that will be more attuned to our schedule, our values, our circumstances talaga. So, we have to tailor fit yung mga ganyan sa buhay natin. Kasi iba-iba eh. Pag kunwari may nakita tayo, ay, ang organized naman niya, ganyan. Ay, sana ako din. Eh, paano? Baka mamaya single naman siya. Marami siyang oras sa mundo. Ikaw, paano if tatlo anak mo? Parang hindi siya swak, di ba? So, kailangan pinipili din natin kung ano yung mga, I mean, may mga bagay na helpful, mayroon din mga bagay na swak para sa atin. So, kumbaga, when we consume information online, choose the best ones and make it your own. Make it, work for you. Yun.
Yeah, ayan. So, ito na siya. Andito na tayo sa end ng ating show. We wanted to hear more of the things that you would want to say to our to our viewers. Sorry. How can we reach you ba? Paano ka ba namin pwedeng huntingin, PJ? Saan ka namin pwedeng makita?
Yes, I am inviting everyone to listen to our narrative podcast. It's a business narrative podcast. We want to create business podcasts that are very much focused on storytelling. So our podcast is called The Visionary Podcast. So NERI as in NERI, because that's my last name. That's a chart-topping podcast that we're very proud of. So we feature visionaries, mga thought leaders that you can learn from when it comes to business, mindsets, and then we also have here our logo, Visionary Media. So in the Visionary Podcast, you can listen to wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify. Leave a review, please, if you find it very nice, so we also know if we're doing a great job. If not, message us so that we also know how to improve. And then Visionary Media is our podcast production agency. We're also on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram. You can also reach me at Facebook then, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. So we're pretty much visible everywhere. And YouTube, we already have a channel, but we'll be posting soon then. So many things are in store for 2023. If you want to work with us, just message me at tvp@visionarymedia.com if you want to collaborate and create your own storytelling focused podcast.
Nice! That's amazing! Ayan, so guys, I hope you got that. Don't forget na it's really just a click of a button right now. Napakadali nang mag-Google at hanapin ang mga gusto nating mahanap. And like the video that you watched earlier, yung pinalabas namin kanina, we are inviting you to the Heroes Summit happening this November 26th. That's Saturday, 7 p.m. Magkita-kita po tayo kasama ang mga the online hit makers. Nandyan of course, your PJ will be joining us on Heroes Summit, and then we have JC Libiran and Jomar Hilario. O, diba? Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga nag-register na, at pwede pa rin kayong humabol sa ating free registration. Huwag niyo pong kalilimutan na ang link, ilalagay din po namin yon sa caption ng video na ito. Magkita-kita po tayo sa Heroes Summit Year 5, Season 5 pala. O, diba? Season 5 na pala tayo sa Heroes Summit ngayon. Once again, that's November 26, 2022. O, diba? And we would also like to acknowledge, we are supporting right now Kalipay Foundation of Mel Silador. Isa sila sa beneficiary ng online event na to. So I hope you guys would really come and see us sa Heroes Summit this November para magkita-kita tayo ulit at matuto kasama ang ating mga online hit makers. Ayan. So once again, thank you so much, Neri, for, PJ, grabe, nasa utak ko kasi si Neri ang nasa utak ko, Miranda.
It's okay.
Kawig pa kayo. May diba? So magkita-kita tayo ulit. Maraming salamat, PJ. I'm excited to see Heroes. Thank you for joining us here at QCAFE.
Thank you. It's an honor. Thank you for inviting me here. Thank you so much.
Ayan. So, yan. Hi, guys. Okay. So, yun na nga. That wraps up our episode for this evening at maraming salamat po sa patuloy na pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa ating Q Cafe. Gosh, ilang taon na tayong magkakasama, guys. Maraming salamat po sa patuloy na panonood. Mula nung nag-migrate tayo from Facebook to YouTube. So ito na siya talaga. Maraming salamat. We'll see all of you again next week. Same time, same place, here at Muzen Core Consulting. So once again, this is me, Ninang Kate. Next time ulit. Bye guys! Ingat kayo!